Districts around the state could be using cameras to capture images of drivers who illegally pass school buses. The state Senate today passed a bill authorizing districts to install school bus infraction detection systems. Drivers who are caught illegally passing buses will face a $225 fine.
The idea of saving people's lives, kids' lives, the most important, valuable asset that we have, and we talk about it in this chamber, is our children.
A similar bill awaits action by the full House. If the proposal is signed into law, school districts would be required to publicly announce that they plan to use the camera systems and conduct a public awareness campaign before beginning enforcement.